Good evening, folks. How are you doing today? You're welcome to another edition of Just Banter. My name is Habib Enyola, and very exciting day for me. There's this group of young guys. They've been doing amazing things when it comes to the movie scene in Nigeria. I'm sure most of you would have seen them on social media. They're absolutely fantastic, absolutely amazing. Now, when you think of the history of movies, I'm sure a lot of people don't even know that word movies actually came from moving pictures. Now, the first movie ever, Round Hay Garden Scene, was 1888. Yeah, that far back. And then the very first one in Nigeria was called Palava, and that was in 1926. Now, of course, a lot has happened over time when it comes to the evolution of movie making, type of scenes that you see, the special effects and all of that. And of course, the crowning glory, the way things took a pivotal turn, actually started in 1999 with the blockbuster movie, The Matrix. Now, fast forward to 2020, these young lads, some of the things that they do, I mean, the first time I saw it blew my mind, and I was like, who are these guys? Where did they get this innovative spirit from? How come they're so ingenious? They were so inspiring that I had to tell myself, you know what? We have to bring these guys on. We have to talk to these guys because they're absolutely fantastic and they're absolutely amazing. They're a group of young people. Funny enough, the youngest one is actually 8 years old. Yeah, a young lady called Daniela. I was very excited when I found out she was just 8 years old. I was like, really? Man, in fact, when I was 8 years old, I'm not sure I was able to even think of things like that. But here they are, and they're doing fantastic things. Right now, I'm going to bring onto the show the Excel Theatre. Group of fantastic people. Hi, guys.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Wow, exciting to see so many of you together.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, I'm sure the viewers will want to know who you guys are. Can you tell us something about the Excel Theatre?
Okay, the Excel Theatre is a group of persons, more like young people coming together to try to make a difference in the movie industry, in the entertainment world. We believe that the limitations that the current movie industry experience is not usually due to finance per se, like we've been saying. Because some person said that because of the finance, if the level of finance involved in our movies, that's why we can't really do certain kind of movies. So it really sort of gave us that inspiration to try and, without any form of budget, to try and do what people with very big budgets take on those kind of creative work. So I think that's where our inspiration comes from. So now having the resources to do it, I think what we can do will be boundless. So that's basically our driving force. Yeah, more like.
Okay, so for the viewers who have never heard of Excel Theatre, who have never seen Excel Theatre in action, we're going to play you one of their clips to get the show going. We'll be right back. I'm sure you will love this. I mean, that's mind blowing.
Thank you.
Now, there must be a leader, of this group. So let's first start with who leads this group.
Okay, it's me.
Okay, so introduce yourself, then introduce every member of your team for the viewers to get to meet you guys.
Okay, very quickly, my name is Excel.
Okay.
Then we have Zubitoni here. Then
Great.
we have Wonderful here.
Hello.
Then we have Christopher here. Then we have Barry Ball here.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Then we have Solomon here. And our little princess, Daniela.
Daniela, right?
Yes. And we have Wisdom behind.
Okay.
And we have Charles.
Okay.
We have James.
All right.
We have David.
Great.
Then we have
Okay, so the picture seems to be frozen there for a second, but I'm sure we'll have. Okay, go ahead.
And
okay, so sorry I
okay,
lost. But it's fine. I'm sure that the viewers could hear you. They could hear everything that you said. It's Nigeria, so the internet connection sometimes messes up, but that's fantastic. So now tell us, how did Excel Theatre start? Who does all the choreography and all the, all the parts and all that? How do you come up with it?
Yes.
okay. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear us?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, the last person is Constant.
Okay. Hello, Constant. Hi. So tell us, how did the Excel Theatre, how did it start? Who puts together all the stunts, the scripts, and all of that? Who does all that?
Okay, although originally when we started, we did not start doing stunts and action choreography. We actually started with an idea that we wanted to make a difference, just be unique. I remember telling the crew that when you put apples in a basket and everything is green, one red apple in the midst of them would definitely strike a more down. Okay. So down the line, we actually did a couple of. Okay. We did a couple of skits. We even had dancers amongst us, so we did some dancing. And somewhere along the line, we just found that, although I personally have that flair for martial arts right from while growing up, even I was involved to some extent. Then somewhere along the line, we tried on an action choreography, and we just loved what we did, and we're like, why don't we just major on this? And we found out that it's really exciting. It's really exciting for us. Super exciting. So that's just how it's a collective effort, a creative collaboration between me and the crew. Everybody come together to make this work. You understand? So we have different persons.
Where are you guys based? Where are you guys based? You're out of Lagos, I believe, or where?
No, we are in Port Harcourt.
Oh, you're actually in Port Harcourt. Why did everybody think you were in Lagos?
I don't know. It seems like Lagos is where everything is happening.
So now, being in Port Harcourt, has it not occurred to you guys that where all the action is when it comes to the movie industry is in Lagos?
Yes, we are quite aware of that. We are quite aware of that.
So what kind of followership have you gotten in Port Harcourt? What kind of sponsorship? What's been happening to you guys generally?
The truth is, right now we've not really gotten any form of sponsorship. We've just gotten, we've gotten, like call them leads, because recently some celebrities in Lagos contacted us and sort of we posted our videos and made promises and all that. But then we can't say right now we have anybody sponsoring us. But then we have leads, we have people that have talked to us about movie deals, then people that want to sponsor a movie for us, that's for us to do full-length movie. The persons that said they want us to participate in their own upcoming projects. So we have a couple of that. So they are still in form of expectation. It's not really been long. We started the action choreography. We actually started in February, March this year. Yeah, February. So we started the action choreography. Yeah, February. Yes, February. Started the action choreography in February.
But I thought I've been seeing you guys online for like 20 years because you guys, your level of experience, it's so fantastic. It's so amazing that you guys can come up with that, depth of choreography. You guys can come up with your action scenes. They are so well planned, so well laid out, and the sound effects. Do you actually use real weapons or it's just the sound effects and all that make it seem like you're actually using real weapons?
It's actually the sound effects. Those weapons are made of wood. Then we paint them to give us that metallic feel. I think, let me get one of them. Yes. So they actually wood, then paint the areas we want, so they look like they are metal, but then they are not. So this is one of them. Like this is one we use for one of the movies.
So they are all wooden props, and then you hear all the chink, and then you want Who designs the weapons? Who manufactures the weapons for you guys?
I actually do it because I actually have a furniture business. So designing stuff, I'm already good at that. Yes. Although we still put our head together when we have maybe complex weapons to create. Everybody come together, we do the drawings, decide on how it will turn out. Then since I already have a furniture outlet, so the tools to create them is actually available. So it's easy to actually create them. Yeah.
That's mind blowing. Then the sound effects. Who does the sound effects and all that for you guys?
It's still me. I do the editing.
You are a super talented guy. You own a furniture business, and then you're manufacturing, movie props, and then you're also doing, sound effects. So who does all the shooting of the scenes and all of that?
I still do the shooting.
You're also the movie director.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Edit, shoot, and
so you started this Excel Theater. You're very hands-on. You are doing most of the groundwork for you guys to be able to produce the amazing stuff that you produce. Now, how did you discover the plenty of young talents that you have around you? How did you discover that? How did you recruit them? How did you convince them, to be able to key in or buy into your vision?
Okay, I actually I'm someone that do a lot of research. So on one of the books I've studied, it said when you have a vision and you believe strongly in your vision, people who are like-minded would just a matter of time they will join in.
They
gravitate towards your vision. When we actually started, we had a couple of persons who were not really okay. Our generator just went off. They'll go and turn it on back.
That's Nigeria. It's not a problem. Don't worry, guys. I mean, give more flavor to the show. Keep going.
All right. So the initial persons who started with us, a lot of persons dropped by the years. As a matter of fact, this crew with me right now, they're just about 3 or 4 years old. You understand?
Oh, wow.
So the original set of persons that started, I don't think any of them is here right now. So it's more like, yeah, so it's more like us continuously searching till we found persons who really believe in the vision, and those on stage. So when we're now really sure of what we are doing, definitely we now had more commitments on the part of the persons that are now with us. I understand.
So all these young lads and ladies, they're all in school, I believe.
Most of them, not all of them. Some of them are out, some of them are working. Like Zubito needs our choreographer. He's the one that does most of our. He does the putting together of the songs for our videos. He is working. Then Solomon is. Yeah, he's working. He's a stylist. Then Barry Ball is out of school. He's out of school. Yeah. Then the guy behind me, he's actually a student and also has a barbing outlet. Then I think Christopher, he works. Yeah, he works too. He's out of school. Then the smaller ones too are still in school. So most of us are like schooling and working more like.
So how do you manage your time? How do you get together? How do you structure, your production processes and all that? How are you able to conceive putting those things together?
The thing is, for me, I'm so passionate about it. Yeah. Okay.
I'll see with you. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So that same passion has been transferred to this person.
Okay, so the internet seems to have gone through a glitch again, but that's not going to damper our excitement tonight because the Excel Theatre is on tonight.
We actually pay a lot of.
Again.
Okay. Hello.
Okay, we are back.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so we pay a high price for this. I myself when I come from work, spend a lot of nights. Sometimes I stay literally through the night editing videos. Yeah. So then on their part too, they have to make that sacrifice too to show up. We rehearse like about 3 or 4 times a week. So before you join us, I tell you, for you to be a part of this group, you have to lose your weekend. That's you say bye-bye to your weekend. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, say bye-bye to it. That's the price you have to pay to be here. And so it's basically a huge sacrifice on our part right now. Maybe sometime in future we'll all do this full time, but for now, it's a lot of sacrifice. Yeah.
It is because, like I said, being able to put together, the entire production. I know from firsthand experience what putting together a production is like. I know it takes a lot of money. I know it takes a lot of time. And I know it also takes a lot of patience as well. That is when you are on set. A lot of people don't know that most of the work actually goes into the production of the set. So you have the script writing, then you have the organization, and then you now have the post production, which is editing and all of that, getting all the equipment together, being able to rent equipment. So I know I do have first-hand knowledge of all of that. So that's why you guys, like I said, you guys blow my mind, because I look at it and I'm like, how? And then you now find yourselves not getting the type of attention that you should be getting, or not getting the type of roles you should be getting, because ordinarily you should be featuring in quite a few productions when it comes to movies in Nigeria, because you guys are just fantastic. I mean, you guys are exceptional. We're going to play another one of your videos for the viewers to see again. This time, viewers, don't do wow, just scream, because I mean, it's I won't use the word crazy, but it is crazy. Just watch the Excel Theater. Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay, it seems I've lost the Excel Theater for a few seconds again there. Amazing group of guys. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how or where they got their inspiration from, but if only half of the young people who are trying to earn a living in the country could put in as much effort as these young guys are, I'm sure we'll be seeing so much going on, so much happening. Now, before we go further, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking to the youngest of the Excel Theater. Her name is Daniela. We seem to have lost them, but I'm sure they'll be back in a few seconds. Stay tuned. Hello, folks. Good evening. If you're just joining us, you're welcome to another edition of Just Banter. And tonight we're discussing with Nigeria's young movie geniuses. They're called the Excel Theater. The Excel Theater are a fight choreography group, and these young guys have been doing exceptionally well. They blew my mind the first time that I, saw any of their videos on social media. And I've been trying to track them for quite a while. Just like, who are these people? I mean, if they could do this, it's mind blowing. Now, what is actually really intriguing about them is the youngest actor in the Excel Theater is actually 8 years old. Yeah, 8 years old. And she's partaking in all of that excitement, all of that exciting production. And her name is Daniela. Now, can we talk to Daniela? Can we hear Daniela speak?
Yes. Daniela, hold on. Talk out loud.
Hello, Daniela.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine.
It's so exciting to finally get to see you, online, physically, that is, aside you doing your movie production and all of that. I was shocked to find out that you're just 8 years old.
Thank you, sir.
So, how did you join the Excel Theater?
I joined it by my sister who took me to this place.
Oh, wow. And you love every day, every minute of it, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's fantastic. I wish when I was your age, I wish I was able to join something like that, something as exciting as the Excel Theater. Now, where do you hope to be later on in future? You still want to be an actress, or you want to be a stunts person? What do you want to do in the movie industry?
I want to be a stunt.
You want to be a stunts person? That's fantastic. Very exciting. Now, I must confess to you, a lot of older people, much older people, are looking up to you, and they are saying that they want their children to be like Daniela. Can you hear me? Okay, so we seem to have lost them again for a couple of seconds. I'm sure they'll be back any moment from now. Now, you can imagine Daniela is just 8 years old, and she's already doing such exciting things, joining, a theater. We knew that when we were in primary school, it was a case of you had the literary and debating society, and then you had the art and theater group as well, where you did some little acting here and there and all that. But who would have ever thought that you would get to see young people, especially somebody that's 8 years old, actually being a stunt actor? I mean, they've been doing some amazing, really, really amazing things. If you haven't seen them, perform, I'm sure if you go to the Excel Theater, if you go and search out the Excel Theater on social media, both on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I'm sure you'll find the Excel Theater. So sorry we lost you guys there for a couple of seconds. Now, Daniela, I was saying to you that a lot of much older people are looking up to you. They are wishing that when their children are growing up, they can be like Daniela, to have the guts, to have the spirit, and to have the strength of mind to participate in something like the Excel Theater. So I would like to clap for you. So I'm sure
Thank you, sir.
we are clapping for you as well. We're very, very proud of you, Daniela. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
That's great. Now, Excel, what is your own real name?
Okay, my real name is Samuel.
Okay. Samuel what?
Samuel Iyare.
Okay. So Samuel, Excel. You're such an inspirational leader, because a lot of people don't talk about leaders like yourself. People who come up with such ingenious, concepts, put their heart and mind into it, and then dedicate themselves to developing these things from scratch up to the stage where you have. What keeps you going? What keeps you, happy to do what you're doing?
Frankly speaking, growing up, I always had that flair for film production. I watch movies a lot. In foreign movies, I watch a lot of them. So when I now found my path, I found that I actually want to do this. So so I actually started joining a lot of drama groups. That's growing up. Started acting at a very early age, like 6 or 7.
Okay.
So joined a lot of drama groups growing up. I actually wanted to be an actor initially. Then, somewhere along the line, I started studying directing, film directing,
Okay.
camera work, and all that. I just found another flair and passion. I found out that I love this more than acting.
Where did you?
So,
Where were you studying the film directing and all that? Where were you doing that?
I actually studied online.
Tell me you use
So I
YouTube.
learned, yeah, YouTube.
Can you imagine
Everything
that?
I know. Yeah, YouTube, everything, editing and all. I learned on YouTube.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So it's that flair that kept pushing me. I actually have the dream to become a Hollywood director. So it's been pushing me to, like, someone said, if you want to be the best, learn from the best. So I've been studying the best guys all over the world doing production and all that. So I just feel this will really help channel that passion. So bringing these people together and infusing the same energy and the same spirit. It's just what marks our success currently.
Now, speaking of energy, you guys have a lot of energy, and I'm not talking of the energy like doing the stunts and all that. I'm talking of the energy that surrounds you as a group, as a team. People can feel it radiate. I mean, everybody that's watching this right now, they're looking at you guys and they can see that you guys are not a group of individuals. You guys are one unit, and that unit is radiating some immense energy. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of togetherness in what you're doing. Probably that is a secret to the success of you guys so far. You think?
That's it. Just because that's like the passion, the entire passion of the group, that the individual passion of the group everybody coming together as one. If you tell these guys to stay till the morning to act, to shoot, they would stay. If you tell them to, when we shoot morning, sometimes we shoot morning to evening and we have not taken food. And nobody is complaining. So so I'm telling you, it's the individual passion of the group. It's what forms the collective energy that radiates from us.
But you guys are so excited that you just keep going, you just keep doing it, and then at the end of the beautiful things that you guys do. So now, before we move on, I was going to play one more of your scenes because, like I said, I'm so excited. I keep watching them over and over and over and over and over again. I never get tired of watching you guys. Have you guys featured in any movies in Nigeria? Any Nigerian productions?
Okay, I think about 3 weeks ago, Williams Chamber actually called us to feature in a scene, to do an ongoing thing, a film that's a cinema movie that I think AY featured in the film too. Then someday they also featured. So we did a fight scene there also. I think that's the only movie we featured, although it's not yet out. So we don't know how it looks like yet. Yeah.
So now, are you guys? A lot of people would want to know because a lot of people are watching this and they'll be asking questions, especially in the entertainment industry. Because we have a couple of sister companies. We have a marketing company as a parent company. Then we have a sister company that is entertainment, and then we have another sister company that is a music management company. So the music management company is called Top Dog Music, and then the entertainment management is called Stronghold Entertainment. So they're always looking for talents, of course. They're always looking for collaborations and things like that. So I'm sure some of the executives there are actually watching this right now, and I'm sure they're asking themselves questions like, okay, we didn't know about these guys before, now we know about them. What can we do? Are you guys, tied into any contract with any production house or any movie house or whatever? Are you tied down to anything that people that are interested in hiring your services, might not be able to hire you guys?
Well, currently, we are not tied down to anybody, and frankly speaking, we would not want to be, because I believe tying ourselves down to production will limit our creativity. So although somebody actually mentioned this, that on one of the calls I got, they want to sign us, and frankly, I don't think I want to sign any deal with anybody. But then, if someone is going to hire us to perform or to partake, or you're sponsoring a production for us, that's a better deal than locking us down to just your production. So right now, we're
That's
not tied to any production.
that's a smart thing to do. And I hope you guys have a legal advisor, because I am of the opinion that you guys are going to explode over the course of the next 1 year. Trust me, I have that very, very strong feeling, because when you think people are not watching, people are actually watching you. If they're not saying anything, it's just because they're not ready to say something just yet. But they will say something eventually. A lot of people are watching. Just the same way I found you guys, that's the way I'm sure a lot of people would have seen you as well. A lot of them might not have anything to do with, entertainment or movies and all that, so they might not be able to say anything. But I'm sure that you'll be able to tell somebody that I saw a group of guys somewhere who were doing something excellent. Why don't you reach out to them and see if you can do something together with them? We are also going to be talking to some of our people, one or two people that we know who also finance movies. We hope you guys can write scripts and all of that. We're also going to be talking to them and saying, look, have you seen these guys? You need to do something for these guys. You need to do something with these guys, not for, because you guys are doing exceptionally well. So it's not a case of you need help. You don't need help. What you need is collaboration, because you guys are good enough to take things to the next level. And I have some strong faith in you guys. And like I said, in the next 1 year, I do believe that you guys are actually going to explode. Now, viewers, I'm going to show you one more clip from the Excel Theater. And trust me, like I said, every time I see these guys, I get really excited. We'll be right back shortly after this. I mean, you guys are excellent. I mean, that was fantastic. So, a lot of scary looking weapons, a lot of fight activity, and all of that. Now, you mentioned something about martial arts earlier on. Are you also the martial arts coordinator for the stunts in the scenes, in the productions?
Okay, what I actually do is direct, like I'm a very learned person that I study a lot. I do a lot of research, so I actually direct the action, but I don't choreograph them. So that's the job of a choreographer. That's Zubitoni.
Okay.
Got into learning how to do it too, just like I did. Learning how to direct, shoot, and edit video, the same journey.
Okay.
And although we have a martial arts coordinator, he's not here. He comes to train us like a trainer who trains us on martial arts. Yes, we have that. So we are not the trainers.
So that's some strong organizational, activity that you have going on there. You're able to structure from the scenes themselves to the choreography to a martial arts trainer. That's a lot of production. Where do you get the finance to do this?
I think before now, I do the bulk of the financing. Though we have like the deals, we tax ourselves, like we pay deals. This is what you pay every week, just like that. Whatever you can afford, you bring forward and all that. But the bulk of the financing, like I work, and so I put a lot into it to make sure this works out. Then everybody else to do their own parts. Although recently we actually got some money, which has been helpful. So it took away that burden of me having to spend a lot of money doing this. So right now we actually have a pause. So when we do, maybe we go for a job, we have money, we put it in there, and from there now finance our small shoots. So that's basically
Well, recently there was some protests called the NSAS protests. It shocked everybody because of the level of organization of the young people that actually got themselves together and decided to go into those protests. Now, for some people, they might have thought that was a fluke. But now, listening to the Excel Theatre, we know that it's not a fluke. Young people do have the ability to organize themselves, structure themselves, and be able to deliver on a vast array of projects that they decide that they want to go on. Now, for the Excel Theatre, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, you guys are so exciting now. I'm almost short of words because I just wish there was so much that we could do, that we could give to you guys, to support you. But we're going to discuss a lot of issues with our partners, and we will see what we can do to support the Excel Theatre because I'm blown away. Definitely, we're going to make sure that we come in support of the Excel Theatre. We are probably going to donate, and I said probably because I cannot tell you the date, but I know that very soon we're going to be sending some gear over to the Excel Theatre, from t-shirts.
Wow.
Thank you.
We'll get the details through Victor that you were in touch with earlier on. Victor will get in touch with you. Victor will get all the details of all that from you. We'll get that, and then because of COVID-19, there's a lot of disruptions, so we can't say particularly what delivery dates will be, but we will make sure that we get it across to you as soon as it's possible. Secondly, we are going to be talking to somebody who has done a lot of financing for a lot of people in the entertainment and movie industry in Nigeria. He's still a politician, but he's no longer active at the moment, but he has done a lot when it comes to entertainment and music in Nigeria. So we're going to be talking to him as soon as we can get an audience with him over the course of the next week. And we're going to show him clips of the Excel Theatre. We're going to show him clips of this interview. And I am almost certain that he'll be very excited, not just to meet you guys, but to be able to support you guys going forward. Now, I've had a fantastic time with you guys, and I wish that we could go on and on and on, but unfortunately, we will have this show very soon. Now, Daniela, do you have anything to say to the guests that are watching you?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, Daniela is saying thank you to the guests, the viewers, to me, but she's just saying thank you, sir, to me, so I can say to you guys, we're very, very grateful for you guys coming up on the show. I mean, you guys are absolutely fantastic. We hope we're going to be seeing so much of you going forward. Maybe me too, I'll come and join the Excel Theatre. Maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Like,
that would be nice.
It will be great to meet you guys in person. I will find a way to get across.
Yes.
I come and see things for myself very soon. Hopefully, COVID-19, will leave us all, and then we'll be able to do fantastic things.
Yeah.
Having you guys on. Thank you so much, Excel. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, everybody. Constant, keep remaining constant. Ibrahim, you stay focused as well. You guys, thank you so much. It's great having you on. You have a great night. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
So the Excel Theatre, like I said, those guys, amazing guys. I mean, they blew my mind the very first time I saw them. And like I say to most of my friends, anything that you can do in support of young talent in Nigeria, I'm sure most of us, if we could do it, we should do it. Why? Because a lot of people They don't actually want money from you. They just want your support. If you give them the support, I'm sure they'll be able to do something fantastic for themselves. So we all need to start thinking of how to do something. So even if it's just a case of each one teach one, why not? Let's try and start from somewhere. Let's try and see how we can support the young ones. Nigeria, Africa generally, is a very tough place. A lot of things are not structured. But if we could have the informal structures that our parents, had before and all of that, the informal social structures that we've had before, where you can walk up to your brother and ask for a little something, give me something, let me put in my pocket, give me something I need to pay rent, so I need to pay school fees for my children, I don't have money, all those kind of stuff. We should be able to reach out to people that we don't actually know on a one-on-one, but we can see that they're focused, they're strong, and they intend to make something out of themselves. We should be able to give them some of the support that they need. The Excel Theatre is a fantastic and amazing innovation. A massive group of young people, and for them to have been able to bring an 8-year-old to join them and participate actively. Now, for a lot of the viewers watching this show, I'm sure you all have children. So I'm sure you know how difficult it is to be able to hold the attention of an 8-year-old. That's to show you the fantastic job that these guys are doing. And their productions are top notch. All the ching ching, all the bam bam bam, and all the action, flying in the air and all of that. I mean, whoa! It reminds me of The Matrix. They're doing exceptionally well. They're doing fantastic. We hope to see you guys doing something for the Excel Theatre. Go to their Facebook page, support them, follow them on whatever social media handles that you can find them on. Please do something. And we're going to be talking to them, and we hope that they'll be able to listen to us and say, set up a crowdfunding page. Maybe people can support you if you have a crowdfunding page. So people can donate towards their production, and hopefully they'll keep growing bigger. And at some point, they'll become a full-fledged business and be able to pay for their own productions and trainings and all of that. And then movie companies will be able to hire them to come and feature in their films, either stunt doubles or to play active roles and all of that. Maybe even leading roles, who knows? Maybe Daniela is going to become the next Omotola Jalade, Kehinde, or Angelina Jolie. Nobody knows. Anything is possible. But I see that young lady going very, very far. She belongs among the stars for her to have been able to start at such a young age. Now, like always, we always close the show with our social messages. We know how difficult times have been. We know what has been going on all over the world, especially when it comes to the issue of rape. A couple of days ago, we got a report from somebody about a young lady who was raped. And it was devastating, of course, to everybody that knew the girl. It had nothing to do with what she was wearing, because some of these evil-minded people would actually point and say because of what she was wearing. Now, in this case, it wasn't a case of what she was wearing, from what we heard. It's on social media, but it didn't trend because of the American elections and all that. But it's an evil thing to do. We would want everybody and anybody that can support the fight against rape to stand up and do so. Use any of the hashtags on your screen, no excuse or no to rape, and say, stop this thing. It's killing our people. 1 out of 4 young women before the age of 18 in Nigeria go through sexual abuse before the age of 18. That's 25%. That's massive. That is really, really massive. We hope there's a way that people can continue to rise up, sensitize others, and try to stop this melee from happening. It's a pandemic proportions, and it's a global issue. Please, 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 say no to rape. Use the hashtags on your screen, no excuse or no to rape, and support that campaign that we have been on since March to say rape must end. A healthy society needs healthy women. We hope you agree with us. Now, COVID-19 is still very real. Spikes everywhere. Loads of countries are going into lockdown again. The holidays are beginning to bear down on us, the Christmas holidays. So people are getting excited, but some are, not really that excited. The excitement is doused because there are limitations, they can't move around. They're not even sure if they can even plan a holiday. Now, whether you plan a holiday or not, it's better to stay safe. Now, use a face mask when you're in a public place. or in public transport or when you go into a crowd as much as possible. Please wash your hands as often as you can. And then try to maintain a safe distance. 2 meters is the recommended distance for you to keep as a safe distance from other people so that we will all be able to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. And hopefully at some point, even if we can't eradicate COVID-19, we'll be able to live with COVID-19 the same way we have been living with the cold flu and to just become a common thing. But it will not be killing people the way it has been killing people. We want to thank you all very much for joining us tonight and watching the show. We want to thank Excel Theatre, exciting group of young people, like I always say, for taking out the time, all the group coming together at this hour of the night, especially the really young ones, for them joining us and coming on the show. We'd like to thank them very, very much. And as usual, you guys all stay safe, have a fantastic week ahead, and see you on Thursday for our next show, which I'm sure you'll also find equally as exciting as we always do. You have a great night. Good night.